Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping in, I appreciate it. I know I've been teasing at this video for a little while, and finally I got to do it. What might that video be, you might ask? Well, it's the mid-season rider rankings for MotoGP in the 2022 season. We are going to do that now. We are going to rank my picks with your picks, the audience's. Now, just so you know, I did send out a form for everyone to fill out, and I put it in the description of my previous videos, as well as in the community tab a little while ago, so you guys could have filled out your rider rankings and see what you guys thought, who is the best so far in the season and who is not. And I did get a lot of responses, so I want to say thank you to everyone who responded to that little survey. I really do appreciate your input. Now, let's do the rankings. We're going to go from P24 all the way down to P1. P24 obviously being last place, and P1 obviously first place. Logical, right? Just a little side note, this rankings does not include any wildcard riders or reserve riders that might have stepped in for a race or two here and there for an injury to a main rider, because that wouldn't be fair, because those wildcard and reserve riders do not race every race. So if we did put them in the rankings, well, they would just be dead last. So with that being said, let's start off with P24 from the Monde, Franco Morbidelli, which I do agree, because guess what? For my pick for P24, I also put Franco Morbidelli. That's right. So we're 1 for 1 on agreement here. You know, Franco Morbidelli, this year was nothing short of a disappointment so far. I mean, he really showed huge promise and was that up-and-coming potential superstar when he was with Yamaha's satellite team a couple years ago. He did win some races with them, and I think it was well-deserved at the time that he moved up to Yamaha's factory squad. It was a really good decision by them. You know, someone to pair with Fabio Quartararo. You could just have a killer death lineup with those two riders. But Fabio Quartararo has flourished. Meanwhile, Morbidelli has really plummeted, and it's just really a shame that this has happened to him. I don't know, maybe the Yamaha with the development of the bike just doesn't suit his development as a rider, and I feel like the development of the bike and his own personal development are kind of just diverging paths, and maybe it would be best suited if he found somewhere else to ride. So good luck to him, but for now, Franco Morbidelli is our P24 last place. In P23, the Monde have put Remy Gardner. Not a bad pick, because I just went slightly different. His teammate in P23, Raul Fernandez. Remy Gardner, Raul Fernandez, both KTM Tech 3 riders, both rookies. Both were in the top 2 of the MotoGP championship in 2021. Remy Gardner winning the championship, obviously. Raul Fernandez coming second. They're kind of having similar seasons, and I think you could kind of put either or in that P23 spot. I just think it's just rookie woes. I really don't think they're bad riders. I just think they're young and inexperienced, and they've had so much success in their junior careers that once you get up to the top class, everyone just expects them to be amazing right off the bat, which is not true. You know, it is a hard sport, right? And with any rookie in any sport, I mean, you're not expected to just be immediately competing for championships. I do think they have time to learn, and I think 2023 will be better seasons for both Gardner and Fernandez. But like always, time will tell. All right, well, in P22, you, the Monde, have put Darren Binder. And now for my pick, P22 is Darren Binder once again. Yes, we got this one correct. Yeah, I think it's appropriate, because Darren Binder, again, one of these riders coming up from the junior classes. He was in Moto 3 actually in 2021, and for 2022 came up to MotoGP, just completely skipping Moto 2. In theory, I mean, in history, hasn't really worked out for a lot of riders, because it is a big jump to go from Moto 3 to MotoGP. I mean, the bikes are just so much more powerful. He has, I must give him credit, he does have 10 points currently in the championship standings. He's 21st overall, and he does have points finishes in 2 races so far this season. He just needs time to develop his skills and get used to the bike, and hopefully in the years to come he can stick around in MotoGP and maybe he can do some damage. But again, like always, time will tell. All right, P21. The Monde has picked Fabio Di Giannantonio, Ducati rookie, 20th in the standings, 18 points, but he has finished in the points 4 times, as well as cracked the top 10 once so far in 2022. So that's a positive start for him in his career. For my pick in P21, I have picked Remy Gardner. That's right. Now, for me, I think in these places, honestly, you're kind of just splitting hairs between rookies pretty much. But for me, Remy Gardner, 23rd in the championship so far, 9 points, 0 podiums, 0 wins, but he has finished in the points on 4 occasions, which is pretty good for the rookie. That's why I do have Gardner rated higher than where you guys put him. I think Remy Gardner really has someone to look up to in Jack Miller, being the only Aussies on the grid, and I think, he can see Jack Miller's success. Maybe Remy Gardner can find some motivation in that to improve himself and in the championship in years to come, so you never know. Now, for our P20 rider, and the Monde has picked Andrea Dovizioso. I believe that's an appropriate pick, I really do. For my P20 rider, I have picked the guy we were just talking about, Fabio Di Gianantonio. Yeah, Dovizioso, obviously he's a 3-time runner-up in the MotoGP World Championship, all 3 times to Marc Marquez, unfortunately, in his peak. But yeah, this year, Dovizioso, he's in his upper 30s, he's not getting any younger, and, he only has 10 points in the championship. He's 22nd overall, and he has finished in the points only 4 times, which, this resume so far for Dovizioso in 2022 is kind of looking similar to all these rookies. So I do think it's appropriate that he is back here in this bottom half or bottom third of the standings. Yeah, I think it was a good time for him to call it quits, because I think he knew in his heart that, it was over and he couldn't keep developing and changing his technique and body with the bike. And the bike isn't really competitive with his satellite team, with you RNF Yamaha. So it's unfortunate for someone like that who's had so much success, in MotoGP, just to be kind of down here at the end of his career, instead of going out on a high note. It is what it is. Moving on, P19. The Monde has spoken, and they have put Raul Fernandez in P19. Meanwhile, I have put Andrea Dovizioso. Not much to talk about here. We've already kind of described each rider's season so far. You guys actually put him quite high, actually. I was surprised. Not too much of a difference here. Statistics so far in the season, both in the points a few times, both have similar point totals for the year, not much going on there. So either or, it could be P19, really. Now, for P18, the Monde has spoken and have put Takaki Nakagami. My pick for P18 is Alex Marquez, the brother of Marc Marquez. Oh, what do we say here? Looking back on this, I kind of do like my pick a little more than yours. I do think Takaki should be just a slightly higher. He does have 42 points in the standings. He's 16th overall. Doesn't have a podium or a win this season. In fact, he doesn't have a podium or a win in his MotoGP career so far, which he has been in the top class for a number of years now. All with the same, Honda team, LCR Honda. But I just think now, Takaki, he should be getting podiums now. He should be competing and fighting for podiums. Maybe it's just the bike that LCR Honda has, not super competitive at the moment, right? Meanwhile, for Marquez, it's just so hard. I think it's almost a detriment to him that he has his brother's name, because I think people do expect him to be kind of like Marc was, already competing and fighting for championships. Yeah, I do believe you can put either Nakagami or Alex Marquez in the P18 slot. I don't think it really matters. But for P17, you, the Monde, have spoken and have put Luca Marini. Meanwhile, my pick for P17 is Taka Nakagami, the guy who we just talked about. Yeah, I do think he deserves to be ahead of Alex Marquez. Now, you guys put Luca Marini, which I do like this pick. I really do like this pick by you guys. It is a good pick because Marini, I do think he has that potential, being from the VR46 racing school run by none other than the legend himself, Valentino Rossi. That's right. So he does have arguably the best training in the world. I think it's showing, I think this is his second year, and he does have a podium already in his career. Meanwhile, this year he doesn't have any so far, but he is 15th in the standings. He does have 52 points, so he has finished in the points on several occasions, as well as cracking the top 10 4 times, within that cracking the top 5 on 1 occasion. So that is a very good job by him. I really do like this pick by you, the Monde. Really good one. And I put Nakagami because I just think he deserves to be ahead of Alex Marquez. And with that, I think we are going to cut the rankings right here. We just did our bottom 8 riders. We are going to do riders 16 to 9 in the next video and 8 to 1 in the video after that. that was a good little session. I really do appreciate all the responses. Once again, thank you for giving me your responses. If you like this video and want to see more of these kind of ranking videos, please leave a comment in the description and a thumbs up on this video. Share this video, do whatever, blah, 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 blah. And of course, subscribe because you just have to. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm Mischa. Peace.